Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ash Khan. I'm an actor living in Los Angeles. Today I want to share my journey as an actor, how I got started, why I moved to LA, and share some tips, advice, give a first-person perspective for anybody who's interested in pursuing a career in acting. I hope my story can inspire you or help you in any way if you're interested in pursuing this. I've always been interested in performing and being in the spotlight and kind of like wanting all the attention, which is good and bad. It can be annoying for people when you're in groups. But as a kid, I was an only child, so I spent a lot of time alone, which I think is where the desire for attention came from. Even though my mom loved me, my dad wasn't around very much. He suffered from addiction, which we can get into that in another video. But my mom was working 3 jobs to maintain our lifestyle, and so I had a lot of alone time. I was different, first generation American. I didn't really know the culture. I was caught in between 2 different worlds, where my family is being Persian, there's a different value system, and there's different traditions, there's different behaviors. And growing up in an American school, there was just confusion. And so feeling like an outsider since a child and not knowing the culture, I was looking to TV and film to teach me in a way. And that's where I started sort of performing, because I would take on these characters, personas, the way they walked, the way they dressed, the kind of jokes they made, their demeanor, and I would try to implement different characters to see what was working, what wasn't working in school. I wanted to be an actor when I was a kid, but I was so, I don't know how to explain it. Like since childhood, I was so scared of society and being wrong or looking stupid or being the outsider. And that stage fright prevented me from a lot of things. And it wasn't until middle school that I started to fight that, when I went to a haunted house and I chickened out and I forced my mom to take me a second time so I can actually do it. And that's when I started fighting back against these fears. I went to an acting class when I was a kid. The teacher told me to shut up because I couldn't sit still, and I kept talking, and I'm probably doing it now. And I chickened out and I never did it again. But there was this yearning over time that just kept pulling me to acting. I really wanted to do it. But after my dad passed away, somehow my family put me on this track of law, and I was going to become a lawyer. But every so often, I would just think about my life as an actor, and I was like, that sounds great. And it wasn't until high school that my best friend, Sean, told me to audition for the school play because he wanted to spend more time together. And I did, and I fell in love with it, and they loved me, and I was getting all this admiration, and I started doing all the plays, and my swim coach said, quit swim and do theater, and whatever college you go to, make sure there's a theater program. And I took that to heart, and I've never looked back. I went to college at UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, got my degree in the stage and screen acting program. Immediately after, moved to Los Angeles. I'll say like that, whether consciously or subconsciously, the reason that I love acting has evolved over time. And maybe at a certain point it was, for fame, for attention, admiration. But on a subconscious level, I think it was a desire to learn about the human being, the human experience. Acting is the study of human behavior and how to most accurately emulate that and bring characters to life and study their desires, their hopes, their dreams, their fears. You know, those are all hidden in the words that we say. It's not the words that we say, it's how we say them that tells you what they're thinking, where they're at mentally, their point of view, maybe their history. If a character is an a-hole, why? Well, maybe his parents abandoned him, or maybe he was abused, or maybe he was bullied, and he's taking it out and it's a defense mechanism, what have you. But wanting to explore all of that. After I graduated college, I moved to Los Angeles. It was an easy decision for me because I knew that that's where the actors are. Being around other actors is really important because they're, not even just actors, but people in the industry. The networking opportunities that arise are fantastic. But there are challenges when you move to a new city. I think some of the challenges for me was loneliness. That's a big thing in LA. Finances, getting a job. I ended up in the service industry as my survival job. And I've jumped around a lot. I mean, I have my real estate license. Who's calling me? Anywho, what was I talking about? The challenges. A lot of great opportunities have risen since I moved to Los Angeles, and I really love living here. The lifestyle, the weather. I like being around a lot of people in the industry, and coming from Vegas, it's a big difference, and I'm really grateful that I'm here. Since moving to Los Angeles, I've gotten a manager. I've gone through a couple agents, but I'm obsessed with my management. Creative artist, Brent Paxton. He's amazing. I love him so much. He's been my manager for a few years now. And together we've gotten my career off, taken it off. We've gotten my career off the floor. We've kick-started it. Yeah. I've been on a few productions. I'll put my IMDb page down, you can look at it, but I have a recurring character on The Chosen. This year I did an episode of FBI on CBS. I had a speaking part in season 2 of The Night Agent that's going to be out later this year. A part in a new Kristen Bell show called Nobody Wants This that's coming out, I believe, September 27th. If my scene's not cut out, which that happens, we can talk about that later. I'll be in the pilot episode, quick moment. I had one line. I can't wait for what the future holds, and I'm wanting to share this journey with you guys for a couple reasons. A, to show you that it can be done, how it can be done, what it's like. You know, there's a lot of lifestyle things that maybe some of you may not know about the acting lifestyle or what it might entail, and it's different for everybody depending on your circumstances. So just to show you sort of where I've landed and what I'm doing is my purpose with it. Currently, I started this year off really strong. I booked like 6 gigs this year, mostly TV shows. I did a pilot that unfortunately didn't get picked up, the short film, but it's dried up a little bit for me lately. So sort of like my day-to-day life is, it just depends. Sometimes it's just focusing on my day job. I definitely try to exercise as much as I can. I enjoy boxing. It's important to have hobbies that are outside of acting, because especially in the beginning, unless you, again, there's special circumstances, in my experience, you're not going to be a full-time actor right off the bat. So it's just a matter of keeping busy, keeping resilient. I like to explore philosophy. I really enjoy stoicism. That's helped me sort of detach myself from the possible negative outcomes, and I'm not thinking about that. I'm just doing the best that I can, putting in as much work as I can. My purpose in acting is to explore the human experience. I've said that, and to recreate the human experience as accurately as possible. And I'm just in that pursuit. I'm trying to get back into acting class. I try to stay in class as much as possible since I moved to LA. I've taken a few different classes, spent a few years in them. You meet a lot of great people. You're continuously honing your craft, exploring, making new connections. It's really important. It's like going to the gym. You know, athletes wouldn't skip practice and just show up on game day and feel like they're gonna win. So that's the way I look at it. It's really, there's no end in terms of learning and working out and practicing what your instrument can do. But it's about balance. It's about finding that right mindset of balancing regular life and acting life. And sometimes it's really easy to get caught up in, why am I not getting cast? How come I'm not Brad Pitt already? And you really just gotta enjoy the journey and put in the work and just enjoy it as much as you can. All of that other stuff is out of your control. The only thing that's in your control in this business is your effort and your consistency and your resiliency. That's it. If you're interested in acting, I highly recommend start by taking classes. This is a craft, and even if you have natural talent, you gotta hone it. And taking classes is really, really important. That's the craft side. In terms of the business side, was getting started, getting headshots. When you feel comfortable putting yourself on tape and making a little demo reel, you can get your friends together, do some scenes. Getting some casting profiles that are really important. Backstage is a great place to start, especially if you're just starting. Actors Access is really important. LA Casting is another really big platform, and those are probably the three big ones. I know Casting Frontier 2 is another good one. Backstage is probably one of the best places to start, for sure. A lot of student films, short films, you know, joining a local theater group is really good. I think theater is the foundation of modern acting, and it's really important. I love theater. My degree started in theater, so. And really importantly, celebrate each achievement, no matter how small, because this is be in it for the long haul and enjoy the journey. Try to create a mindset that doesn't get bogged down by the rejection. Looking back on my journey so far, it's been since I started in my senior year of high school, I think now 9 years of being in the acting world, 6 years professionally, which I marked from the first time I got representation. I wouldn't change it for the world. I've learned so much about myself, other people, human beings. I've become more empathetic, I've become more self-aware, my relationships have improved. I can't get enough of it. It's always different, and you never really know where the journey's gonna take you, and that spontaneity and not knowing where you're gonna go is part of the fun for me. And I've faced a lot of challenges, I've had a lot of highs and lows, and it is molding me as we go along, and I'm excited to see where it takes me. Right now, I'm in a little bit of a dry spell, which is fine. It happens. It's been a good year. I had 6 gigs. I was on Avail for a few projects, which is a really good thing. I have a great team. So in the meantime, I just continue to practice, work on the craft, exercise, keep myself healthy, because that's also important, to keep yourself in a creative space and having enough mental energy to be able to be in a creative space, which is why I exercise and try to do self-care. And if sometimes I need to shut everything off and step away for a while. And self-care is important, and keeping yourself in a good headspace, because this industry is a tough industry, but it's fun. I promise. I'm really excited to share the rest of this journey with you guys, and to share any advice and tips. I really hope I can help out in any way possible. I'm wanting to create a community of other like-minded artists, actors, people in the entertainment industry, people who are just interested in how things work. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, leave a comment with your thoughts, opinions, feedback. This is the beginning of this YouTube journey, and so I'd love if you have any questions you want me to answer in a future video, or you guys want specific content, or curious about something, or any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. Follow me on social media, DM me. I'm excited to share this journey with you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.